What did you just say? What? Hey, get over there with your mom. We're trying to do an announcement here. Get over there. You want your bone, don't you? Huh?
Do you want to go camping some more?
Hey,
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
hey.
Yes.
Okay, announcement paused. Okay, so big announcement time. We were gonna do this last night, but we weren't in the right mood. It was our last night on a 7-day trip, and it wasn't the best campsite that we had. A lot of bugs, it was really hot, it was really busy. So, we weren't really in the mood to make this announcement, but what's the big news?
Well, we have decided that we are selling the house, selling most everything we own, putting the rest in storage, and hitting the road full time. Bringing the dogs with us. There's going to be quite a bit of logistics that we still have to iron out before we're ready to go, but hopefully next 2 to 3 months we get everything ironed out with getting the house on the market. Speaking to a couple realtors this week, we got some upgrades to the van that we're working on that are back ordered. Got to get the dogs to health check. Got a first vet appointment this week.
Can you tell me I'm long-winded?
Hey.
You just covered all the content that we're supposed to share.
And I guess the biggest thing is, since you don't have a job, I have to worry about when and how to give notice to my job.
All right, I'll fill in the gaps here, okay?
Sure.
So when I got back from the AT, started selling a bunch of stuff because the AT taught me that I really don't need a whole lot, and we have a lot of shit. Some of the stuff, we probably didn't need to sell, but we're downsizing quite a bit, and we've been selling stuff ever since I've been back. And then we kind of always wanted to do this, but the biggest limiting factor was these two. We have to keep them separated. Usually they're not this close, but we wanted them in the video because they get in fights and we don't know what causes it. So we didn't think it was possible to hit the road full time having 2 large mastiffs like this, but our original plan was let's give it a shot, and Jess would just drive the Jeep and follow me, and that way we could keep them separated at least when we're traveling. And that plan's kind of scratch after this last week. So I still kind of like that idea because it gives us the flexibility of having another vehicle and going into town and things like that in case we break down, but it's also not very ideal. More gas, we're separated when we're traveling, things like that. So we are going to give it a shot, I think, with just the van, and I talked about it a little bit about how we're going to partition it off. So I think that's kind of where we're at right now, right?
I think so. And we've looked into adding a gazebo outside, so we have some extra space when we're set up if the weather's bad or the bugs or just something like that, so we can sit out there and enjoy it, a little bit more room.
Yeah, so this last week was kind of like a shakedown for doing this to see how it's gonna be. I'm not gonna lie, after 7 days I was ready to kind of be home and have a nice hot shower that isn't a van shower.
Obviously these guys were quite ready to be home, so it's going to take an adjustment for all of us. But
it will, and we're going to incorporate hotels, Airbnbs. There's something called Harvest Host out there where you sign up and pay monthly fees, and there's people that allow you to park your rig on their property. So I don't know, we haven't really committed to a time frame or length of period that we're going to do this, but I would say probably 6 to 12 months.
the full effect.
Yeah, the military, I have to, if I want the military to move all of our stuff, I have to do it by the end of December because that's my 1 year retirement. So we're arranging that, and they're gonna ship everything down to Colorado, so at least I have family there to check on it while we're out and about. Jess has a great job, but it's the government and you're getting fed up just like I was.
Yes.
And
going nowhere.
well, I think it's just certain people, but she hasn't given her notice yet. Luckily, they're not part of the 5 subscribers that I have on my channel, so don't really care about making this announcement. But what the plan is probably in the next, so we have realtors coming this week, and probably gonna list in the next week or 2. I would like to do an open house. The market's really crazy right now. I'm probably talking about a bunch of crap that no one cares about, but hey, this is the announcement, and our target of leaving is what? Probably October, mid-October, something like that. Have our stuff picked up, have the house sold, maybe not closed. We'll hang out in the area. We have a lot of stuff that we want to do to the van to make the dogs more comfortable, make us more comfortable. But I just like that this is kind of the next thing for me. There's a lot of similarities to backpacking and planning and just going out there and living off of public land. I love it. But I don't know, I'm even thinking like, let's do the 50 state challenge or something like that, where we visit all 50 states. As far as these videos, I don't know. I'm still kind of lost on doing them. At least on the AT, I was doing it for a charity and I was okay with that. I don't really know how I feel about doing this now.
You have a lot more practice than I do, so give me some time, folks.
Well, hopefully I'll improve if we commit to this and keep doing it. But that's a big announcement. As of now, there is one bogey out there though.
What's that? I don't know.
Your job application.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Nobody wants to hire me, unfortunately. Just so we're finding out. We've been trying to get up to Colorado to live permanently, and I've been applying. Nothing's been panning out, so this is the next best thing.
I don't know what you're talking about though. You can just explain what you're just talking about.
Oh, he gave me the option. So what if you got interviewed for this job and they picked you up and they hired you? Would you still want to live in the van, or would you prefer to live in Colorado?
Let me explain. So there's one application out there that she applied to through the National Park Service that it was referred to the hiring manager. We've been down this road many times and been disappointed due to morons. So we aren't holding our breath, but if that happens and you get an interview and a job offer, I don't know how that's gonna play into things, but as of right now, we're pressing forward. Like, we're gonna be living in a van for six months to 12 months. Now, if that happens in the next month or 2 where you get a job offer, we're gonna have to talk about that and see what we wanna do. But
Yeah, I'm liking this idea a little bit more than working for a living.
yeah.
Once in a lifetime chance.
It's very daunting. It's gonna feel really weird once we actually sell it and we're homeless. And I'm assuming, I mean, you're giving up a very well-paying job, but we don't need it. I like the idea.
We're blessed. We are truly blessed to be able to do this. Not many people can, and do it while we're young and we can enjoy it.
We're on the same page too. I think a lot of people don't understand this. Friends and family included don't understand why anyone would want to sell their house and live in a van, but that's okay too. I know a lot of people will be wondering what the hell's wrong with us, but
yeah. But I mean, back to that. So people ask, why would you do it? But,
yeah.
What are your major concerns about this endeavor?
So, a lot of lessons learned just this past week. One being cleanliness. That van gets dirty. Like, I mean, it's a small space, and obviously we have 2 big dogs, and both of us, and we're in these, dirty campsites and whatnot. And it's not always going to be like that. We're going to be at other places where we can clean it, but usually, I mean, it takes us hours to clean that thing after a trip, so
dirt,
we're gonna have
sand,
to figure that
mud,
out big time. Yep.
Slobber.
Yeah. And then just the thought of what happens if we break down. What happens if it's like a major thing where we're waiting on parts, especially with the supply chain right now from Germany. If something with Mercedes happens, we'll figure all that out, I guess. I mean, it's kind of like the AT where you just got to figure things out as curveballs are thrown your way. But I don't know. I'm excited about it. So, Trina.
She's not so excited, obviously.
I think she has a little too much blood going to her head. That's it. That's the big one.
More to come.
More to come. That's it for this video. Thanks, guys.